Aprilia Mangginang, Indonesian women's volleyball player revealed to be a man? If you want to know, Aprilia Mangginang is a professional female volleyball player from Indonesia. But what is surprising, after 9 years of representing Indonesia and winning many awards, in 2021 there was an uproar on social media when Aprilia was confirmed to be a man. Has he been cheating all this time? When brouhaha looked for this case, it seems that Aprilia has hypospadias, which made her registered and raised as a woman since childhood, and no one knew about her illness. Aprilia only found out her original gender in 2021 using modern medical technology, and she decided to undergo surgery to change her original gender and change her name from Aprilia Santini to Aprilio Perkasa. Even so, the Indonesian Volleyball Federation agreed not to strip the women's volleyball title won by Aprilio because she did not know about her illness before. After 28 years of being raised as a woman, Aprilio is now a member of the Indonesian Army and is happily married in 2022. Junior Smith. Junior Smith is a professional basketball player who plays for the team, but what's funny is that Junior Smith was given this title because in every match Junior Smith cheated many times by untying his opponent's shoelaces while the game was in progress. He was even sued for $50,000 for untying Greg Monroe's shoelaces. Although Junior Smith was warned many times by the NBA and he apologized many times, J.R. Smith still repeated the same actions over and over again. In fact, he also admitted on social media that he unties the opponent's shoelaces every match. Juan Cialan. In the 2012 badminton match, the Olympic side used the round-robin system, where the score for each player in the first match will be evaluated to determine who their opponent will be in the next round based on performance. So that's why Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang deliberately played to lose so that they would be found with a weak opponent in the next round. But what people don't know is that their opponent at the time, South Korea, also used the same strategy. That's why you see this match like new kids learning to play badminton. So much so that they got criticism from the audience at the time. That's why 8 players from 4 teams were eliminated, namely 2 teams from South Korea, 1 team from China and 1 team from Indonesia, for using the same cheating technique. Marvin Hitz. In 2015, during the match between Augsburg and FC Köln got a free penalty kick from the referee, but try to see the movement of Marvin Hitz, who is the goalkeeper for this Augsburg team. Seems strange, right? If you look closely, Marvin is actually destroying the penalty spot quietly. And his actions paid off when the opposing player fell due to the damaged ground while taking a penalty kick. After the video went viral, Marvin finally publicly apologized, and the manager of the match also sent Marvin a bill of €122 to repair the damage to the pitch. How much is €122 when compared to Marvin's salary of €14,000 a week? Wow. Tom Brady. If you want to know, grip is one of the important things in American football, and there are many reported cases where most players cheat by using adhesive spray to strengthen grip, but in 2006, a player from the New England Patriots named Tom Brady proposed to change the law slightly so that each team could use their own ball. There is actually a hidden meaning behind Tom's suggestion. This is because when his proposal was approved, the Patriots won 45-7 against the Indiana Colts in 2015. But what's strange is that the Indiana Colts felt as if the ball they were using lacked air. After they complained to the umpires, they did an investigation, and apparently the balls used, including the 11 Patriots reserve balls, were all quietly deflated to make the ball easier to catch. This resulted in the Patriots being sued for $1 million and Tom Brady suspended for 4 games without pay. Sergio Matsoning. This guy can cheat just because of the watch. In 1991, Sergio Matsoning participated in a marathon of almost 90 kilometers held in South Africa, where he managed to get 9th place out of 23,000 participants and won a cash prize of around $800. However, suddenly 15th place finisher Nick Bester complained that he never even saw Sergio pass him. But the accusations were denied by the organizers because they had official records of Sergio's run until journalists looked back at Sergio's photos from the race. The reporter felt very strange because of the wound on his leg, and the position of the watch on Sergio's hand changed throughout the marathon. Apparently every time Sergio went to the toilet during the race, he was swapped with his identical twin named Fika. Sergio and Fica finally admitted that they cheated and they were banned from participating in the marathon for 10 years and their prize money was also withdrawn. Hippolyte Accoutreur. There is a technique when the Tour de France bicycle race was first held in 1903. It can be said that almost all the riders cheated in various ways to win. Some use itchy powder and put it on the pants of other cyclists, put glass on the bike path to puncture tires, including hiring thugs to beat up other cyclists. But the funniest was Hippolyte Accoutreur, where he bit a cork, the cork we usually use to cover honey or sparkling water, which was tied with a very fine rope to the back of the car and, zas, the car pulled Hippolyte at full speed. But one of the mistakes he made was that the car was driven too fast. When he gets to the finish line very fast must be a strange referee, right? It was added that there were spectators who claimed to have seen Hippolyte biting a cork. This has kept him out of the competition. Zhang Quangbom. During the short track speed skating competition in the 2018 Winter Olympics, one of the participants representing North Korea, Zhang Quangbom, slipped and fell when the competition had just started. But the funny thing is that Zhang openly tried to attract his opponent to fall with him. Because he fell too early, the jury decided to restart the competition. The problem is that in the second round, Zhang tried to cheat by knocking down the opponent, but he himself fell. That has made the jury decide to directly eliminate Zhang from the competition. This guy is banned from Olympic competition for life. Boris Onyshenko. Boris Onyshenko is a professional athlete from the Soviet Union who has won 5 gold medals since his involvement with Olympic sports from 1967. But during the Olympic fencing competition in 1976, he was immediately eliminated and banned from participating in the Olympic competition for cheating. If you want to know, the sword used in the competition is known as épée, equipped with an electronic device that will detect and score every time the sword hits the opponent. But the strange thing is that even if Boris's sword doesn't hit the opponent, Boris still gets a score. Strange with the situation, the jury decided to examine Boris's sword, and to their surprise, they found that the wire on Boris's sword had been modified. Boris only needs to press the hidden button on the sword's handle to score. Not only Boris, but because of the fraud, all the representatives representing the Soviet Union at that time were directly eliminated from the Olympic competition. Antonio Margarito. When it comes to boxing, one of the most famous incidents ever happened was Mike Tyson biting his opponent's ear to knock them down until he was fined $3 million. But that's just a little bit. There are many more cheating techniques used by boxers to ensure their victory. For example, in 2009, during the match between Antonio Margarito and Shane Mosley. Before the match started, Shane noticed that the bandage on Antonio's hand was a bit strange and told the judges to check. The jury then decided to cut the bandage, and what a surprise when they found that there was a pad on his 5 books that was produced using calcium sulfide, which would make the pad harden like a rock. The meaning of this action is as if you hide a stone near your glove. Although Antonio initially claimed that he did not know about the pad, the results of the investigation found that the pad had also been used by Antonio in each of his previous matches. The matter earned Antonio a 1-year suspension, and the case is said to be the worst fraud in sports history.